Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be taking you through an energizing body awakening flow. So to begin with, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what's going to happen, what we're going to be focusing on, so just bear with me. I'm going to try not to ramble and be as quick as possible. So it's an energizing flow. The physical aspects we're going to be focusing on are backbends because, backbends are great for waking up the body, making us feel alive, energized and awake. We're also going to be working through the sister of the backbend, twists. Also great for energizing our bodies, detoxifying our organs. The mental aspect of the class, I want you to focus on a concept called brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is better not get this wrong, I think it's the fourth yama from the Ashtanga 8 limbs. And what brahmacharya is what it's about is non-excess. So moving through life without being indulgent, focusing on divinity and holiness, etc. But the way I like to view brahmacharya is in the context of conserving energy. So having energy, creating energy, but conserving it, channeling it into things which matter to me, things which enrich my life, make me happy, not just exerting energy on superfluous things or people that don't make me feel good. So brahmacharya, conservation of energy. So we're going to be working on creating energy physically, but also I'll be reminding you through the class of conserving that energy so you can maintain, sustain it, and take it out off your mat into your day. Cool, I hope that didn't go on too long. So to begin with, we're going to come to easy pose, seated on your mat. Hands, palms, come to the tops of the knees. Close the eyes. Just begin to ground yourself, center yourself, tune into your body. Inhale through the nose. Feel the chest, belly, side body expand. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Deep breath filling up the whole body, expanding the rib cage. Exhale through the nose. And your intention for today's class, so I'm going to speak it, and then after I've said each part, repeat it in your mind. I am energized. My energy is mine. One more time. I am energized. My energy is mine. Sit in stillness for a moment. Let the words land around you, settle in your mind. Really good. Inhale, open the eyes, extend the arms up above the head. Clasp the hands together, press the palms away up to the ceiling. Exhale. Just start to slowly feel the extension in the spine. Inhale, puff the chest out. Exhale. Inhale once more. Puff the chest out towards me. Exhale, lowering the arms down in front of the face. As you do so, round the back, contract the tummy, chin to chest. Inhale. Chest opens, arms move above the head. Exhale, lowering the hands down, out in front of you, round the spine, contract the tummy. Inhale, arms extend upwards, chest opens. Exhale, arms move out, down. Tummy contracts, spine back, rounds. Inhale, neutral spine, palms of the hands land on the tops of the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we extend the arms once more up towards the sky. On the exhale, we're going to twist. So right hand moves to the top of the left knee. Left arm comes behind you, hand plants down on the mat. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, press the hand into the knee, twist a little further. Once more, inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center, arms reach high. Exhale, we go to the other side, so left hand comes onto right knee, right arm plants behind you. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press hand to knee, twist a little further. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center, arms extend high. From here, inhaling, exhale, we tip forward, coming onto the knees, hands find the mat, uncross the legs, knees move parallel, hip width distance apart. We're just going to start to open up the back now, feeling into our back bend. So in all fours, engage the stomach, fingers spread wide. Slowly start to walk the hands forward. As you do this, allow the chest, forehead to lower to the mat, coming to puppy dog. Very important to just keep making sure our hips are still stacked over our knees. We're just lowering the chest to the ground. Don't worry if your forehead doesn't reach the mat. You can always get a block or a cushion to rest the forehead on. Keeping with the breath. If you feel very comfortable and open, feel free to come up onto the chin so the chin is digging into the mat. Pausing in our puppy dog pose for 4 breaths. 1. 2. Keep the eyes closed. 3. And 4. Well done, everybody. Inhale, pad the hands back in towards the legs, coming up, shoulders stacking over wrists. Tabletop. Take a breath. Exhale. Inhale, we go again to puppy dog. Walk the hands forward. Lower chest to mat. Coming onto the chin if you did before. We're just going to stay here in puppy dog for a breath. Inhale. On the exhale, press the elbows into the mat. Tilt the pelvis, the bum forward. So you're in a kind of diagonal spine shape from the tip of the head to the bum. Lowering the belly down onto the mat. Open the chest. Roll shoulders away from ears. Dragging, have a dragging motion with your hands. So the hands, the forearms are dragging back into the body. Opening up the chest. Squeeze the bum. Sphinx pose. 4 deep breaths in our Sphinx, keeping the bum engaged to protect the lower back. One more breath. Pressing hands into mat. Slowly start to lift the elbows. Keeping the hands pressing into the mat. Roll shoulders away from ears. Squeeze bum. Coming into full cobra. Inhale. Exhale. If it's really painful on your lower back, just stay here. Don't be crazy and hurt yourself. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. On the exhale, press through the hands, coming up onto the knees, hips stacking over knees. Walk hands back in towards the legs, shoulders stacked over wrists. tabletop. Inhale here, exhale, we tuck the toes under, press through the hands, lifting the legs, lifting the hips, high to the sky. Come into our downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, your biceps should be in line with your ears, fingers spread wide, hands gripping into the mat. In our down dog, we want to focus on keeping the spine extended. So don't sacrifice the back for the legs. Keep the knees bent if the hamstrings are tight to ensure you get a nice stretch on that spine. Better to have this kind of down dog than straight legs and our backs curled over like that. So keep the knees bent if the hamstrings are tight. Press into the hands, straight spine, shoulders away from ears. Next foundation in our down dog is to externally rotate the upper arms. So the inner crease of the elbow, the eye of the elbow, wants to be aiming to point forward, not inward. One more deep breath here. Next, to inhale, bend the knees, look to the top of the mat, stepping one leg, and then the other. Coming into our forward fold, keeping knees bent if hamstrings are tight. Inhale, exhale, let the chest fold over the thighs. Inhale, ground down through all four corners of your feet. Slowly, with control, keeping stomach engaged, rolling up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Slowly making our way up to standing pose, Samastahiti. Last thing to lift is the head. Inhale, when you get to the top, hands reach high above the head. Exhale, hands to prayer of heart center. Eyes closed. Grounding down through the feet. Intention. I am energized. My energy is mine. Lovely, well done everybody. We're going to go through our sun salutations now, and some of you may be like, I don't need you to take me through a sun salutation, I know it. But very often, even though a sun salutation is the most common vinyasa in a vinyasa flow, some few little adjustments make it so much easier that people aren't quite aware of. So I'm going to walk you through your vinyasa step by step. But if you know it, just crack on. So grounding down through the feet, inner thighs squeezing together, bum engaged, stomach engaged. Inhale, hands reach high above the head. Exhale, bending from the hips, keeping knees bent if hamstrings are tight. We lower the chest to fold over the thighs. Inhale, hands come to shins. Roll shoulders away from ears, opening up the chest, head comes up, flat back. Exhale, bend through the knees, plant the hands, stepping one foot back, then the other, coming to our plank. In our plank pose, we want hands, fingers to be spread wide, bum engaged, puffing up through the upper back so the shoulder blades move apart. Stomach engaged, legs engaged. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to go through one variation of chaturanga first, so just peek at me if you don't know what you're doing. Exhale, we bring the knees down to the mat, untuck the toes. Tilting the pelvis forward slightly, engage the bum and the stomach. Keeping the arms externally rotated, elbows pressing in towards the chest. Bend through the elbows. Elbows tucking tight into the sides of the rib cage, lowering our bodies down in one straight line till we meet the mat. From here we come into our cobra, so hands either side of the boobs or the pecs if you're a boy. Roll shoulders away from ears. Inhale. Lifting the chest up. Elbows tucking in. On the exhale, press through the hands, straightening the arms. Moving back through your all fours. Tuck toes under. Hands pressing to mat. Bringing the hips up and back in space. to down dog. Well done. Okay, so if that felt good for you, stay there. But our next salutation is, I'm going to take you through a different variation of chaturanga. So in our down dog, we inhale, bend through the knees. Look to the top of the mat, step one foot, then the other. Feet meet hands, feet hip-width distance apart. Inhale, hands come to shins, roll shoulders away from ears. Head up, chest open, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, pressing through all four corners of the feet. You roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae, through the back. Engaging the stomach. Last thing to lift is the head. As you get to the top, exhale. Inhale, hands sweep high to the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer of heart. Eyes closed. Before we go to our next sun salutation, we repeat our mantra. I am energized. My energy is mine. Well done, guys. Okay, so grounding down through the feet. Squeeze the bum. Inhale, hands, arms, extend overhead. Exhale, folding from the hips, chest moves down over thighs. Inhale, bringing your hands to your shins, roll shoulders away from ears, open the chest, head up, flat back. Exhale, bend through the knees, plant the hands, step one foot, then the other, coming back into your plank, hands pressing into the mat, fingers spread wide, puff up through the upper back, spreading the shoulder blades, stomach engaged. So if you felt good, lowering your knees and coming down through the elbows, please stay there. If you feel like that was super easy and you're looking for something a bit more, we can move to our full chaturanga. So coming into plank, stomach engaged. Important in this variation of chaturanga, which some people forget or miss out, is to tip forward on the feet. So just get a sense, pressing through the balls of the feet, tipping the body forward so the shoulders sort of come past the wrists. So inhale, tip forward on the balls of the feet, arms externally rotated, elbows hugging in, bend through the elbows, lowering the body down halfway. Inhale, press through the hands, open the chest, roll over the feet, coming to our upward facing dog. So the only point of contact with the mat is the tops of your feet and your hands. Shoulders roll back, squeeze bum. Inhale. Exhale, press through the hands, rolling back over the toes, sending the hips high to the sky into your downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths in your downward facing dog. Starting to feel the heat building, the energy building. One more deep breath. Inhale, bend your knees, look to the top of the mat, step one foot, then the other, feet parallel, hip width distance. Inhale, you bring your hands to your shins, roll shoulders away from ears, head up, chest open, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, ground down through those feet, slowly moving vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling through the back, engage the stomach, making our way up to Samastihiti, standing pose. Last thing to lift is the head. Exhale, inhale, hands sweep high above the head. Exhale, bringing hands to prayer of heart, eyes closed. Well done, everybody. Standing for a moment. Use this moment to check in with your body. Starting to notice the changes. Maybe a little bit of sweat, heat, energy building within the body. Taking this quiet moment in Samastihiti to conserve this energy. So we'll be building the energy and taking moments to harness it in, conserve it, maintain it. Intention. I am energized. My energy is mine. Perfect. Well done, everybody. From your standing pose, open eyes, look down at the feet, heel toe the feet, so the inner edges of the feet are touching, shins squeeze together, thighs squeeze together, engage the bum, engage the stomach. Inhale, bend the knees, send the sit bones back, sweep the fingertips along the floor, arms extend overhead, come into our chair, sitting back pressing through the heels. The knees should not be coming over the toes. You should be able to see your toes. Inhale, engage the stomach. Exhale, straighten legs, folding chest over thighs. Inhale, hands come to shins, roll shoulders away from ears, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step one foot back, then the other, coming to plank. Again, fingers spreading wide, upper arms externally rotating, the inner crease of your elbow pointing forward, shoulder blades move apart. Whichever variation you like, please go there, either knees down or tip forward on the balls of the feet, bend through the elbows, lowering the body halfway. Inhale, coming to cobra, or keeping the knees elevated. And upward facing dog, chest open, head up. Exhale, press through the hands, either going through all fours or flowing straight back to downward facing dog. Inhale, we lift the right leg up and out behind us. Don't worry about keeping the hips squared. Just elevate that leg to where you feel comfortable, to where you feel good. Exhale, knee comes to chest. Inhale, we step the foot in between the hands. Pausing here in this lunge pose, press the heel of the left foot back, ground down through the right foot. Place the left hand, left palm flat on the mat. Inhale, opening up the right arm, extending it towards the sky, twisting to the right. Inhale, trying to keep the hips high and square here if you can. Exhale, plant the hand down on the mat, pressing the hands down, stepping the right foot back, coming back into our downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg moves up and out behind. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, place the foot down in between the hands. Again, ground here. Right heel presses back, leg active. Pressing down through the sole of the left foot. Plant the right hand down on the mat, opening the left arm up towards the sky, twisting to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Both hands plant on the mat. Stepping the left foot back to plank. Going again with whichever chaturanga you like. Either knees down, untucked toes, or pressing forward on the balls of the, shifting forward on the balls of the feet. Engage stomach, lower halfway down. Inhale, press through the hands, opening the chest up. Coming to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, press through the hands, rolling over the feet. Coming back to downward facing dog. Taking a moment in our down dog. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to come into twisted dog. Now, this might be really uncomfortable on the arms for some people. If so, don't worry, just stay in your downward facing dog. Grounding through the right hand, grounding through the left foot. Inhale, lifting the left hand off of the mat, taking the hand either to the outer, I'm getting confused, my left and right, taking the left hand to the outer edge of the right shin. The head comes underneath that right armpit. Inhale, twisting under the arm. Exhale, coming back to down dog. We go to the other side. Inhale, lift the right hand off the mat, taking the right hand to the outer edge of the left shin. Pressing the hand into the shin, twisting underneath that armpit. Inhale. Exhale brings us back to down dog. Inhale, bend through the knees. Look to the top of the mat, step or jump. Feet meet hands. Inhale brings us to flat back, hands to shins, roll shoulders away from ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down through your feet, grounding through all four corners, keeping your knees bent, slowly rolling up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale as your head lifts. Inhale, arms shoot up to the sky, extending above the head. Exhale, hands to prayer of heart. Eyes closed to repeat your intention. I am energized. My energy is mine. Opening eyes. Heel toe your feet so so the inner edges of the feet are touching, shins are touching, inner thighs are touching. Squeeze the bum, send the hips back, bending through the knees, fingertips brush along the mat, coming up and overhead. Chair. Inhale, exhale, we twist to the right, so prayer comes down to the chest, hooking the left elbow over the right knee. Press elbow into knee, press hands together, twisting over to the right. Take a look at your knees. What's quite common is for one knee to be popping forward. Press that hip back so the knees are in line. Inhale, feel strong here, engage the stomach. See if you can get that arm even further over the leg. Best thing in twist to help us with our twists is breath. So inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, twist. Look down at your feet. Ground down through that right foot. Slowly and with control. Don't worry if you wobble. Don't worry if you fall. Just give it a try. Ground down through that right foot. Engage stomach. Slowly start to lift that left foot off the mat. So the feet, the toes are pointing to the back of the mat. Extend the leg out behind you. Let the ball of the left foot find the mat. Oh, I'm a little bit wobbly today. Let the ball of the foot find the mat. Shuffle the foot back if you need to. Ground down through that right leg. Coming into a twisted lunge. Oh, God, very wobbly today. Engage the stomach. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale brings us to crescent lunge. Ooh. Your leg might be hurting. Don't worry. Just try and stick with the pain. Shake the leg out if you need to. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Move this front foot slowly out to the side if you're wobbly. Just like me today. Sink the hips down and forward. Inhale, arms extend overhead. Squeeze the bum here. Press your pelvis forward. Try and find a slight back bend in your lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms come down along the sides of the body. Lean the weight forward into that front foot. Stepping the back foot, the left foot to meet the right. Arms come up. Chair. Pause in your chair for a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten legs. Standing pose. Hands come to prayer at the chest. Taking a breath here. Pausing your standing pose. You may be feeling hot. You may be feeling the heart rate going a little bit quickly. That's good. Notice these changes. All signs of energy being increased. And the purpose of coming to a quiet pose in standing, a quiet moment in standing pose, is to harness that energy in. Brahmacharya, conserve the energy. Don't just make it and then exert it. Harness it in. Breathe into the body changes, the temperature, the heat, the sweat. And repeat your intention. I am energized. My energy is mine. Great work. From here, legs squeezing together, we sink the hips back once again. Bending through the knees, sit bones lowering down. Press through the heels, knees are not coming over the toes. Inhale, arms extend. Exhale, hands come to prayer, twisting around to the left, so hooking the right elbow over the left knee. Checking the knees, making sure that right knee is not popping forward. Moving the right hip back in space. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, ground down through that left foot. Stare down at the feet. Slowly and with control, start to lift the right foot off the mat. Pick a point on the ground to focus your attention on. Extend the leg out behind you. Let the ball of the foot meet the mat. Coming into twisted lunge. Keeping on, twisting around, seeing if you can get the arm a little bit further over that leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweeping the arms high to the sky. Keeping bent through that front left leg. If you're feeling wobbly, just move the leg slightly further out moving the leg slightly further out to the side. Bend through the leg, active through the right leg. Arms extending long above the head, trying to find a slight back bend in our crescent lunge. So squeezing the bum, puffing the chest up and out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, arms come down by the sides of the body. Lean the body forward. Weight in that front foot. Stepping the right foot to meet the left. Keeping the knees bent. Bum going back and down in space. Inhale, arms extend up overhead. Coming to our chair. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs. Bringing the hands to prayer of heart. Again, pausing in standing, pausing in mountain pose. Deep breaths. 360 breath. As you breathe in, feel the chest, stomach, ribs, sides of the ribs, backs of the ribs expand. Again, focusing on the changes in your body, the heat, the temperature, the heart rate, all signs that we've built energy. But now coming to a moment of quiet to harness the energy in, conserve it, sustain it, and maintain it. Inhale. Exhale. To repeat your intention. I am energized. My energy is mine. Heel to the feet, hip width distance apart. Inhale, hands extend overhead. Exhale, folding from the hips, chest folds over thighs. Inhale, hands to shins, roll shoulders away from ears, head up, chest opens, flat back. Exhale, bend through the knees. Stepping one foot back and the other, coming to our down dog. Biceps by ears, fingers spread wide, pressing into the hands. Keeping the spine long, knees bent if hamstrings are tight. Inhale. Exhale, tipping forward, shifting the body forward into plank, shoulders stack over wrists. Inhale. Exhale, lower knees down to mat, coming to all fours, untuck toes. Walk hands back in towards the legs, Don't sink the sit bones onto the feet. Keep the sit bones elevated. So we're standing on our knees now. Inner thighs squeeze together. Bum engaged. Inhale. Exhale, bringing the, start just so you guys can see me. So you'll be bringing the index finger and the thumb into an L shape. Cup with the fingers, cup the bottom, find the bottom of your ribcage. Place the fingers so they're wrapped around the bottom of your ribcage. Squeeze the bum. On the inhale, puff your chest up towards the sky so that the ribs, the fingers and the ribs lose contact with each other. You're stretching and opening ribcage. So inhale. Exhale, back to center. We're going to do this 2 more times. Each time, try to let that back accentuate that back bend even more. So lifting the chest, curving through the spine, but each time going a little bit deeper. So second time, inhale. Exhale, back to center. Inhale. Try and go a little bit further. Exhale, back to center. From here, we're going to come into our camel. So coming up in the balls of the feet, so the toes are tucked under. Engage the bum. Inhale, puff the chest up. Slowly tilting back on the quadriceps. Let the hands find the heels. Press the hands into those heels. Opening the chest to the sky. Letting the head flop back. Squeeze the bum to protect the lower back. One more deep inhale. Exhale, gently find your way back to center. Pause, take a breath. If you felt good there, stay there. If you feel like you could go a little bit further, try untucking the toes. So if you want to stay with the toes tucked under, just repeat that variation. If not, follow me through this one. So inhale, same as before. Puff the chest up to the sky. Squeeze the bum. Let the quads take your body backwards. Find the heels. Opening the chest, head flops back. Squeezing the bum. Inhale. Exhale gently. Coming back to center. Sit bones, find the heels, sitting on our heels. Knees move together, hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, just letting the spine neutralize while you repeat your intention. I am energized. My energy is mine. Great work, everybody. From here, you're just going to move your sit bones to one side so the bum meets the mat, rolling the legs forward, legs extend out in front of you. From here, you're going to bend the right knee, place the right foot on the other side of the left leg. So the right foot comes to the outer edge of the left thigh. Bend your left leg. So the knee comes to the center of the mat. The left foot comes to the outer right hip. So just have a look at me if you're confused. Right foot on the outside of the left thigh. Left foot on the outside of the right hip. Place the right hand down behind you. Inhale, extend the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, start to twist towards the right, hooking the left elbow on the outer edge of the right knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, press that elbow into the knee, twisting from the belly over to the right. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale brings us back to center. Gently bend round to the left, countering the twist. Inhale to center, reverse the position of your legs. So we're just swapping over. So the right knee comes to the center of the mat. The right foot goes to the outer left hip. Left leg crosses over the right knee. Left foot sits on the mat, sole of the foot on the mat, outside of the right thigh. Have a look at me if you're confused. Left hand plants on the mat behind us. Inhale, right arm extends up overhead. Exhale, we twist to the left, hooking the right elbow over the left knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale brings us to center, brings you to center. Uncross the legs, plant the soles of your feet onto the mat, out in front of you, knees pointing up to the sky. Hands clasp onto the heads of the knees, engaging the stomach. Slowly start to roll your back all the way down onto the mat, keeping the soles of the feet planted on the mat. Move forward so you can see me. Keeping the soles of the feet planted on the mat. Check the distance of your heels from your bum. So a good way to do this is take your hands. You should be able to just brush back of your heel with the tip of your middle finger. Knees are hip width distance apart, so keeping the legs parallel and the same distance. We're just going to come into a little series of back bends, starting off with our bridge. So palms of the hands planted down on the mat to either side of the bum. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to engage your stomach. So slight tuck of the tailbone. Hip bones move up towards the ribs. Press down through your hands. Press down through your heels. Slowly inhale. On the exhale, start to lift the bum off the mat. Travelling up through the spine, lifting the lower back, the upper back. So the only point of contact now is your upper back and your shoulders on the mat, and obviously your feet and your hands and your head. Pressing down into the mat through the hands. If you feel good here, feel free to shuffle the shoulders underneath the heart space, underneath the back. Clasp the hands together, press the hands into the mat, taking the back bend a little bit further. We're just going to pause here. I want you to really feel the opening in your shoulders here. Feel the backs, the heads of the shoulders pressing into the mat. Keeping the bum engaged. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands if you clasp them. And slowly, travelling the reverse direction of our backs, we lower upper back, middle of the back, lower back, and bum. Pause here, breathing, conserving energy. Inhale, we're going to go again. So inhale. Exhale, press down through the heels, the palms, slowly lifting the bum, the lower back, the middle of the back, and the upper back. Shuffle the shoulders underneath the heart space, clasp the hands together, pressing the arms and the hands into the mat, squeeze the bum. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths here. Squeeze the bum. Engage the tummy. 1 more breath. Inhale. On the exhale, release your hands. Lower down, upper back. Middle of the back. Lower back, bum. Again, just lying here for a moment. Neutralizing your spine. Great work. If that bridge is good for you and you feel like that's something you want to work on, stay there. If you feel you want to go a little bit further, either follow me, maybe wheel is already in your practice, so you don't need to listen to me. But if wheel is something relatively new to you, but something you'd like to try, just follow me, maybe just watch me, pause the video, and then try it yourself. So, same distance with the feet. Middle finger should just be able to brush the feet, the backs of the heel. Engage the stomach. From here, we're going to take our hands up, so they're pointing to the sky overhead. Rotate the arms so the palms are facing the front of your mat. From here, start to bend the elbows, taking the palms down to the mat so the fingers are pointing towards the heads of the shoulders, the wrists are pointing to the back of the mat, elbows pointing up to the sky. Get comfortable here. If this already feels too much for you, don't worry. You've tried a little bit, you've gone a little way, come back to your bridge. If you feel good here, grounding down through your hands, grounding down through your feet. Slowly lift the pelvis off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, press through the hands, lifting the body up, coming into wheel. Squeeze the bum here. If this is a regular thing in your practice, please go to any variation you like. One more deep breath wherever we all are. Exhale, lower slowly, coming back onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Gentle rock side to side. Neutralize your spine. Hug the arms around the legs, closing the knees into the chest. To repeat your mantra. I am energized. My energy is mine. Well done, guys. As our last asana, our last posture before we begin to cool down, we're going to move into a shoulder stand. So, shoulder stands, I would recommend just taking a moment, coming into kneeling pose, watching me. But if, again, like it's already in your practice, you want to go straight there, go for it. So I would recommend for beginners, just grabbing a blanket, placing the blanket down onto your mat. Also having a bolster handy is quite useful. For if we're going to go into, if you feel you want to go into plough variation, which I'll also demonstrate, just place your bolster behind your mat. So coming back into our bridge prep pose, so the shoulders, you want to place the shoulder blades onto your rug, making a nice little lip of the rug to protect your shoulders. So your head is on the mat, heads of the shoulders resting on the rug. Coming back to bridge prep pose, so knees bent, pointing up to the skies, hands on the mat. Engage the stomach, inhale. Exhale, bringing the knees to a tabletop pose, bringing the knees into the chest, but keeping them slightly elevated. We're not hugging them all the way in. Get comfy here. Make sure you're positioned right on your mat, on your rug. Get comfy here, engage, feel the tummy engage. From here, we're going to rock the hips back and up. So pressing the hands into the mat, lift the hips off the mat. So your feet, your knees are hovering over your face and your hips are keeping stacked over the chest, over the ribs. Please feel free to look at me if that was confusing. From here, so we've got our hands pressed into the mat, move the hands to the back, so the palms are pressing into your back, elbows are hugging into the body. Oh, sorry, I had to itch my nose. So the hands are pressing into the back, hips are elevated, legs are elevated, elbows are hugging into the body. Just hang out here for a second. Maybe this is as far as you want to go. That's completely fine, just stay here. And inhale, if you feel good here, use the hands for support, press the hands into the back, Start to straighten the legs, so the legs are pointing up to the sky. Engage the stomach, engage the bum. Inhale. Oh, exhale. If you feel good here, you can always start to straighten the legs. Bring the hands onto the mat. I like to hold onto my mat, coming into your plow pose. This is where the bolster comes in handy behind you. You can always just rest the feet on the bolster or let the feet meet the floor. Whichever variation you're in, take one more breath. Exhale. Bring the hands back to your mat. Bend the knees. Slowly, with the support of your hands, start to lower the back down onto the mat. Bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Arms extend out alongside the body. Just letting the spine become neutral. Deep breaths. Feeling calm, feeling quiet. Conserving all of that beautiful energy you've just created. From here, move the rug if you wish. I sometimes like to keep it just because it's comfortable, but remove it if you'd like to. From here, we're hugging the knees into the chest. Extend the arms out in a T. Take the knees over towards the right, twisting through the back. Knees bent out towards the right. Making sure your left shoulder is planted on the mat. Even if that means your legs don't meet the floor, keep that left shoulder planted. You could always use your right hand to gently ease the legs down to the floor. Gaze goes over to the left. Deep breaths into the back body, into the side body. 4 more breaths here. One more. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Take a moment in center. Shift the hips from side to side, gently massaging the lower back. And we go to the other side, knees flop over to the left. Right arm extends out, gaze goes over to the right. Again, making sure that right shoulder is planted on your mat. Using the left hand to ease the knees down to the floor. 4 breaths here. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Take the hands to the backs of the thighs. Extend the legs up, straightening them towards the sky. Just take a moment here with your legs elevated, maybe rolling the ankles. Breathing deeply, allowing the spine to be flat and straight along the mat. After we've twisted it, we've bent it. We've, done a lot of work on the back, so just giving the hamstrings a gentle stretch, letting the back really neutralize and relax, feel supported along the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly lowering the legs, bending through your knees, and let the legs straighten out along the mat. Maybe if you have your rug, you can fold your rug, make it into a nice little pillow. your head in your Shavasana. Quite nice as we've done a little work on the shoulders, just to give the spine a little stretch, the neck a little stretch. Feet come mat width distance apart, palms facing towards the sky, arms resting out alongside the body. Close your eyes. Deep breaths. Taking your awareness to your feet. Inviting the feet to relax, sink into the ground. Relaxing the shins, the calves. Bringing our awareness to our knees, sending a relaxation to the knees, into the thighs, the legs feeling heavy, supported on the ground. Release and relax the pelvis, the stomach. Don't have to engage the tummy anymore. Enjoy the roundness and fullness of your stomach. Breathing in as the tummy rises. Exhale, the tummy falls. Opening, relaxing the chest, the heart space. Relaxing the back. Shuffle the shoulders down underneath the heart space now. Lengthening in the neck, tucking the chin slightly, very slightly into your chest to lengthen the spine. Arms heavy and relaxed on the mat. Shoulders relaxed. Neck, throat relaxed. Coming into our face, bring your awareness to your jaw. Is it clenched? Maybe do a few rolls of the jaw. Opening, closing the mouth. Ensuring your tongue isn't pressed against the roof of your mouth or the backs of your teeth, relaxing the tongue muscle. Relaxing your third eye, the space in between your eyebrows. Relaxing the eyelids, the forehead, finally the crown of your head. The whole of your body is heavy, sinking into the mat. Coming to your Shavasana, the ultimate pose, in observing what we've created on our mat and letting the effects seep into our body. So in your Shavasana today, really recognizing the fire, the heat and the energy you've created, coming to this moment of stillness to let all of that be absorbed into your being, into your body, letting it be stored and held within you, conserving it, brahmacharya, only bringing it out for things which matter to you, things which enrich your life, and things which make you happy. Deep breaths. Let the mind float away. Don't worry if thoughts come into your mind, unrelaxing thoughts about things you have to do. Just gently invite the mind back to quiet. Please feel free to pause the video and continue in your Shavasana for as long as you have time. Slowly start to wiggle the fingers, wiggling the toes, adding in smooth movements, awakening the body. Gently and with the ease, bring your knees into your chest. Hug the knees in. Rock from side to side. And then rock all the way onto whichever side you feel comfortable on. Using the hands, the arms as a pillow in our fetus pose, keeping the knees bent. Taking a moment in fetus, as always, to recognise the new energy we've created. The rebirth of something within us. Maybe a mindset, maybe a physical accomplishment. Just noticing that now. Deep inhale. Exhale. Slowly make your way to seated position at the top of your mat. Keeping your eyes closed. Hands to prayer. And for one final time, together we will repeat our intention for today's class. I am energized. My energy is mine. Inhale. Exhale, bow your heads to your hands. Namaste.